Hey guys, Jochen here, welcome to my channel. Today on February 17th, a number of firmware updates for Fuji-X cameras have been released. Thank you, Fujifilm! And I would like to inform you about an improved feature, the digital teleconverter of the X100V. Last year in April I published a video about it and the interest was really huge. Brief summary, the digital teleconverter zooms digitally into the image. So it is cropped and then interpolated, resulting in a JPEG of the same pixel dimensions as the image that wasn't zoomed in. I criticized in the past that you can only use this digital zoom if you don't want to save RAW files in addition. So it was only available when you set the image quality of the X100V to fine or even normal. And that's exactly what has changed with the new firmware. If you have now set the image quality, for example, to fine plus RAW, you can also use the digital zoom if you have assigned the appropriate function to the focus ring. And not only that, for every JPEG that is cropped and interpolated by the zoom, the RAW is also saved in addition. Of course, the size of the RAW is as without zoom, but you can still do the crop later in the image processing if you want to. Keep in mind that the feature does not work with manual focus because the ring is then needed for that. But it works even fine if you have set the AF plus MF feature to on. So you can use autofocus, keep the shutter release half pressed and then refocus using the focus ring. So even the manual focus is somehow available if you want to use the digital teleconverter. So why has the teleconverter become even more interesting because of its use now with RAWs? Well, in street photography, I usually want to use the JPEGs that come straight out of the camera. With the teleconverter, I can now make the crop directly in certain situations. For example, if I'm too far away from a scene that I'm interested in. Now with the RAWs in addition, I also have the option of later changing the film simulation or, for example, the white balance in Capture One if I messed something up during the shooting. That's simply great. And that should make the digital teleconverter interesting for even more users. Oh yes, and what else was there with the firmware update? Well, the X100V can now be used as a webcam and the ND filter now also works with video, which is really great. I also have to take a closer look at the shifting of the bright frame in the OVF, also in my X-Pro3. More on that maybe later. For me, that's it for today. Have a good time. See you next time. Ciao, ciao.